Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, everybody. Last time we left off, we did the dungeon for 5.4, and we'll go ahead and talk to Alphanot here and see what's going on. Unless you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave or still not. There are peas in a pod, are they not? Well then, my friends, let's return to Limbs of Limosa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer at Bullock Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Alright, we should have a pretty clear way of going through here with the rest of 5.4. So let's go ahead and head on off that way. I think we have to head to the lower decks. I still have quite a bit of equipment to go through and get to 490 eye level, but I can do most of that off the screen, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue. We do have another event that I usually like to go to, which I think is the Rising event. The summer event's over now, and the Rising event has took its place. I think after that should be the Halloween event, but that's not for like another month and a half, I think. Fortunately, with everything so backed up here at Limsa, it's like you have to wait forever for everything to load up, so we're probably going to be standing here for a bit. Anyways, my current eye level is 481. Pretty nice. On the left side here, the only thing I'm missing is the belt. I need to get the belt up to 490, but everything I have left is the 375 tome currency ones. I've gotten all the 825 and I think it was like 450 ones. Everything that I have left to get is the 375 one, so if I really wanted to, every single day I could get a piece of equipment because I could get 400 tomes within a day, but I've been kind of slacking on that a bit. Tidings for the Admiral, you say. She's presently receiving gas, but for the science, I know she'll make an exception. Follow me. My friends, what brings you here this day? Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. As often as I've been in awe of you, Scions, I would not have thought it possible. Yet it is, Admiral, we have done it, here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. And my thanks, truly, this will do much to advance the cause of peace. Yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beastman. But even to speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples, but though summoning and the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause, for we must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. Twas I who moved the Alliance and renewed its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to the shore some 7 centuries past, we Limisians have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the Coalords, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahuagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer. Matter made worse by the thrice damned calamity, driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Possible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who listened, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you've achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time they followed suit, hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Vilbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners will not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would flounder without them. I'm given to understand that their leader, Captain Helfier, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Correct. In his absence, his right-hand man leads, a man named Sigurd, but recently risen to prominence among the ranks. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We've invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellowjackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned not of any value. Leave it to us. Pirate problems shouldn't be anything compared to what we've already been through so far. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever the Sigurd wants, we'll find out. Truly, I'd be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn, then good luck. Alrighty. Well, we already have our next little mission to get to. By the way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know this Sigurd. If we could approach the pirates now, and the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. Ah, yes, we get the ones that are most likely going to fight us the moment we get near them. Okay, where are we heading? Okay, we need to head up to the upper decks, it looks like, so... Actually, I think there might be a set of stairs right here. Right? These are stairs up here? Yep, okay. So we should be able to get here pretty easily then. Alrighty. Actually, it looks like it might be... I probably want to grab the one up here, because this one I think is more out of the way. Okay, so we're talking to the other 2 of the 3 pirate powers, I guess. Curious about Sigurd, are you? As I am, friend. As I am. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how they achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the Thulassigarasi permits us to attack only Garlinian vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the seas since the Empire turned upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I can imagine they'll be willingly abandoning the old ways. So how then are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they have not liked to share it with their rivals, but mayhap you'll have more luck. Alright. So they're getting a lot of money somehow, and nobody knows how. That's usually never a good thing. Especially pirates. Yeah, I'm assuming this is probably going to tie in with the, because remember in the cutscene, last cutscene of Xenos, the guy with him was talking about how he was getting people to do his bidding just because of the money they were giving him, so maybe this ties into that. And I think this must be the spot where the Rising event must be, but I think it might be in Udall instead of here this time. It's usually always here at Lemza or Udall. I think the other one's usually only like the Easter event, I think. Actually, no, the Winter event's usually there too, actually, now that I think about it. Hey, you want to know about Sigurd? Hey, really buggered that what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Moonskat's place at Old Hyfer's side. There was a time when we raced the executioners for a pick of the Empire's fleet, but the Godlians are gone, and the days with them. Owing to which, we have all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet, with that jumped-up bitch rat Sigurd landing the juiciest, whatever it may be. Not that we sirens are struggling, am I? We do well enough guarding fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of the produce for our trouble, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters, as can't sell on account of getting old or wounded or with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong, but when I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't that all bad. So it seems like the 2 out of the 3 pirate powers have found other ways of getting by, now that they can't really pirate anymore, but it sounds like the Bloody Executioners are not going to be that way. And so that makes for an interesting situation, I guess. Let me get to the Aetheroid Plaza, because that's on the lower deck. Yeah, it's pretty close to Bulwark Hall, if that's where we need to go back to. Don't know if it is or not, though, as is the question. Yeah, it has been a little bit different for me how things have been going here. With the grinding I have to do to even get my stuff now, I didn't have to really do that so much with the other expansions, because they all gave the same tomb worth, and I basically filled up on those by the time I got out of the expansion, so it's kind of like... Okay. I see everyone is returned. Now, who would like to go first? So just as their Imperial play began to disappear, Sigurd turned the Executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew has been indulging themselves as never before, but no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they're coming by their coin. For my part, I spoke of a reporter for the Harvard Herald. The publication has been investigating the secrets of the Executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the Executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries in Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the Executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into a sharp decline, a sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Harry Boulder, who has been watching the movements of the peace drives, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever-worsening relations between the beast tribes and the Thurocrosity, neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting the kobolds and Saragon lack the means in which to summon them. Do you mean to say the Executioners are divesting them of their crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes, though we have no hard evidence as yet. We must investigate further. Agreed, so how do we proceed? Oh, I have a certain idea about that. In fact, I've already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Alright, that's what are we gonna get this time. I don't need anything with spell speed. Like, I usually assume vitality and, like... I guess that's decent enough. I think vitality and direct hit rate is what I usually get. And the third one, I guess, doesn't matter as much. Well, I'll take critical hit as well. Oh boy, this is taking a while. Like, it's... Limsa is just not a place you want to be right now because of just so many people here. I actually heard they closed Aether and made Crystal like the preferred worlds now, so I think we're going to get even worse. Because now everybody's basically going to be shoveling into here on Crystal, where I'm at. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me of a wholesaler of crystals who recently arrived in Limsa Limosa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction, and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be at Escaron's Embrace in Lower Nicaea shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. We can do that, why not? I'm not sure offhand where that would most likely be. I guess the dry docks is where I want to be. Okay. It's going to be a little bit of a pace up this way, but not too bad. We're just going to use our floating bear, which I never get not amused by looking at it. Okay, right here. It appears to be a merchant. Wish me luck. Well, if he truly is in league with the bloody executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral. The Scions not least of all. Commander Yerson Narns, mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. Garla is right. Even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too gentile to be mixing of society's underbelly. Genteel? But very well, I'll leave it to you, Graha. Got business with me, Catboy. I am. You're the crystal wholesaler. That I am, but you're no merchant. So what do you want with the crystals for? I am. Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Oh, I see you're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you needed crystals to make staffs like that fine specimen you got there. That's right, I'm indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you sure make your wares. Well, we don't invite just anybody into our storehouse. This takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright, it's plain that you're no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. This seems kind of suspicious, just overall. I feel like he's gonna go get mugged. It seems to be working, let's follow them. We're in the area with the little level 3 enemies, wow. You know, I'm not too far off of, like, being able to start a new class and probably being back here fighting these enemies, so I guess I shouldn't say anything. Oh no, I'm essentially in September now. It's like the 1st of September at this point, and I do have to say that we are getting already close, 3 months away from essentially the Endwalker expansion, so it takes me the rest of the month to get the main story quest out of the way. And then I spend the next month after that getting rid of the trial story, alliance raids, and normal raid. And I'm not going to have a whole lot of time actually getting to another class, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how it works out. They went into that tunnel quietly now. You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed, I expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Gomoro, if you take my meaning. Stuff's as pure as it gets, you won't be disappointed. So how much did you want? Oh, Gomoro, taken from the Cold Watch, just as we suspected. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around slowly. I guess that's probably Sigurd right there. I'm Sigurd, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. No need to introduce yourselves, you know who you are, scions. We also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Get eyes and ears everywhere, you see. Comes from being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You're bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective. That would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, so she'll return the favor. We came here to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa make peace with the kobolds, you lose your source of your newfound wealth. That's right, just to remind you though, we ain't breaking any rules here. Law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but don't say nothing about beastmen. Well, the reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours, hers especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about during their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Agaroro and battered Bleeding Titan himself, raised a mug to you when I heard the news. And now we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically successors we are. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. But when the Garlean's gone, there's no one left to pry our trade and stop the beastmen, so let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken our laws. That being so, I see no reason why you would not state your case directly to Admiral's face, unless your acting captain of the only pirate crew left in Ninsamosa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue, the Estikliga. I trust she won't turn down the invitation. When do I feel like we're walking into a trap? We didn't have to search very far from him, though, in any case. Although myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey, a timely reminder that the pirate powers of Limsa Mosa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Gratia's timely provocation has the desired effect, and Sigar has agreed to a meeting. Let's hurry back to Limsa Mosa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. Alright, we head back to Limsa then. Ah, a giant bird coming at us. Alrighty. Luckily this is just right here, so we don't have to ever actually worry too much. Why are there, Okay, I guess those are players. The carbuncles have appeared, but not them. Okay, there's the sergeant. Welcome back, my friends. What news? So they've been stealing crystals from the kobolds. My thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sigard's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guest. The future of Limsa hangs out upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the science present to bear witness.
Look who's come crawling! Traitor!
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sickard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Too bloody right!
Pirates till we die!
What we want, we take!
Piracy has no place in our future.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlid and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom. When they do, our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then? Or shall we embrace change and thrive, like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a Kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
Rousing words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so. Still, we're all Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true? If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
This ain't over! Not till one of us is dead! Finish the job! Or I will!
It's the captain!
Captain Elfair!
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Limsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
You're bloody idiots is what ye are. Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want. We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate! Lad, I made ye me right hand 'cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You have the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage. Mistbeard's vanished into legend, and it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Well, it's kind of nice that Mirablib gets a bit more story to her, because she's really been the one that's been the most lacking out of the three of nations, so happy to see that at least. Though I anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfir would intervene. I'm full glad he did. It would have been a shame to kill the boy. So the whelp has learned a valuable lesson, and we have made peace among ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here and start another one, as I think by the end of the next one we'll probably be done with the 5.4 storyline, so let's go ahead and cut to that.